Hello again, my friends and YouTube family. I just wanted to come on and do a follow-up. If you watch my near-death experience video, thank you so much. I just wanted to come on and share how my life changed after my near-death experience, because it has changed from night to day. And it has been a challenge. Honestly, it's been like a challenge to get reassociated into just life and the social norms of things. The first thing that I would say that changed for me is I reevaluated my career. I was very happy in my career. Don't get me wrong. I was an executive assistant for over 20 years, since I was 17 years old. And I just really, really loved my job. I was at a great company making very good money, over six figures. And I really just loved my work. But one thing that the near-death experience, it just made me feel like life was bigger than what I was doing. It was so much bigger. So I left my job to become an entrepreneur and be out on my own. Honestly, it just felt like working in that corporate environment after my near-death experience, it just really wasn't as fulfilling as before. But I don't knock anybody who's working a job. We need money, right? And there are times where I'm like, do I need to go back and get a job? Because I'm telling you, the entrepreneurial thing, it has ups and downs, it has ebbs and flows, it has highs and lows. So, and being as though I spent my whole career at a company, trying to make money on my own, I ain't gonna lie, it's been challenging. But that is one of the biggest changes that my near-death experience resulted in. The second thing that I wanted to mention, that after my near-death experience, I just got really focused on taking care of my temple, taking care of my body, because I mentioned in another video, I watched this guy's near-death experience after mine, and I was just like, I was just trying to figure out what happened. I didn't want to share with anybody. I didn't want people to think I was crazy. Does she need to be committed into a psych ward? And oh, she was just dreaming. No, it wasn't a dream. I don't need to be committed. I know what happened to me. But after that, I just really got focused on getting healthy. I knew that I had an assignment that I had to complete before I left the earth. And in order for me to do that, I just know that I have to be in a healthy body. I need my body to be strong. I want to be a fit, strong mom to my children. I want to be a fit wife for my husband, a desirable woman to my husband. Even though that man loves me at any size and in any form. But I want to present myself in a way that I'm desirable to him. I'm a healthy, fit mom to my children. I'm able to run around with them. I have a 1-year-old baby girl in diapers, so I'm running behind her. And in order for me to do that, I knew that I just had to go full out, do whatever it took to get healthy. That's why I mentioned I do a ketogenic diet, and it has really transformed my life. I'm not really able to exercise because I have the breathing issues that are still there. Do keto, not always strict, but as much as I can. I love it. I love the keto diet. I don't feel deprived. I don't have a sweet tooth, so giving up sugar and stuff for me is easy. I can still have cheese, which I adore. My favorite is bacon. I can still have that. So me and keto get along very well. But losing, not losing, because I don't ever want to find it. releasing those 75 pounds for me was top priority. I knew that I had to be in a healthy body to fulfill my purpose. So I mentioned I watched a guy, his near-death experience. It's on YouTube. I don't remember his name, unfortunately, but I remember when it first happened for me. I was just trying to figure out what in the world happened, and the guy mentioned that when he died and came back, he came back with his health fully restored. And I'm telling you, I was just like, hold up. Why did I get the short end of the stick? Why didn't my health get completely transformed? Why wasn't I reborn into a new body, that didn't have these breathing issues, these nasal issues? Why couldn't I, just come back 100% healthy too? And that's just what happened. It's not my story. This is my story. So I know that I had to actively do something about my weight and health. And for the most part, I'm a lot better, but I honestly, I still struggle. Like, honestly, I recently had a collapsed lung and suffered from a bout of pneumonia. So, the health challenges are still there. It is my commitment for the rest of my life to make my health a priority. So that is number 2. My health changed drastically. So the third thing that really, really changed for me was I got bold. For most of my life, I've been just a person who have been given instructions and I would follow them. I was raised in a way where we don't talk back to authority. We don't really challenge them. You don't speak to adults unless you're spoken to. I was very I wasn't shy, but I was very quiet. And I held a lot in. I don't anymore. Like, for me, once I knew that life was so limited, like when all that happened, my near death experience happened to me. You would expect at 36 that I have ample time to live. I have so many years to go. No, that really showed me that life was short, and I just started getting bold. I started speaking up for myself. I started asking for the things that I wanted. I started actively going out and getting the things that I wanted. Like, it was my bucket list was no longer off in the future. My bucket list is right now. It's every single day. So I had always wanted to go to the Great Wall of China, and you know what? Guess what? I did. And we made it a family trip, and I was able to do that. No more bucket list. I got bold. I start moving in ways where I knew life is short, and I only have, I'm fortunate enough to have a second shot at life. I know not everybody is. So I just got bold. I started speaking up. I don't bite my tongue. I'm trying to put myself out there, even though it's very uncomfortable. It's like hella uncomfortable putting yourself out there. But what's the alternative? What's the alternative? To sit back and be quiet and be a wallflower and not make any impact and not fulfill the assignment? I don't think so. So number 3, I got bold. And I highly, highly suggest you should too. It's not until you get bold do you get the things that you want in life. The fourth thing that changed for me after my near-death experience, and it started to happen a little bit before, but afterwards, I'm not joking, I'm not playing around with it, is I got money, okay? You need money in order to get things done. In order to get things done, you have to have money. So it is important to just work hard and stack your paper and do whatever it takes. to get the money and get the respect and get your voice listened to. Okay? So that is the fourth thing that changed for me. The fifth thing that changed for me after my near-death experience was I got pregnant. So, anybody who listened to my first video knows that I am a married woman, and I, love my husband, and I'm actually on my second marriage. So when me and my husband first got together, I knew that, he wanted at least 2 children. And I committed to that, even though I had 3 from my prior marriage. I committed to having 2 children, but with time and my health, I couldn't do it. There was no way possible for me to have this baby, and that I wanted to. I had one, a year after we got married. We got pregnant with our first child together, and it nearly killed me. It nearly killed me. Like, not even lying, not even joking. It nearly killed me. It was the most toughest thing that I put my body through to date, because with the only thing that was different was with my other 3 children, I didn't have severe asthma. So I developed severe asthma as an adult. It's been the worst. It has truly affected every area of my life, having this chronic illness. So anyway, I tried, me and my husband, we tried and tried and tried for years and years and years. And, it just wasn't possible for me to have a baby. But I think once I left my job, once I let go of some of the stress that was there, then my body was able to conceive. And I conceived my little sweet little girl. So now I have 5 children. My oldest I had when I was very, very young. I got married very, very young. So I had my first daughter, who is 20 now. So I have a 20-year-old and a 1-year-old. Y'all pray for me. I'm done. I had paid my debt to society, but that was one thing that was major for me and my family, was having another child. I'm so blessed by her. I'm so fortunate to have her. She's such a sweet, fun addition. Like, she's such a fun girl. So I'm just so pleased. But I got pregnant. I realized my biological clock is ticking. My life's clock is ticking. Every clock that I have is ticking. And I don't want it to be ticked out before I have my baby. So I committed to my husband, and I meditated every day. I let go every day. I was as calm as I possibly could be every day. No stress. I let go of the stress, man. That stress, let me tell you, stress it cause so many health challenges that you don't even know. You don't even realize when you in it, But once I let it all go, I was able to have my sweet little girl, and she's here. Now, this last point that I'm going to talk about is a regret for me, and I don't recommend it, okay? But this is something serious that I have to mention. The sixth thing that I did after my near-death experience was I left church. I ain't gonna lie. And it wasn't because I didn't want to be there anymore. It was because I got caught up in the law of attraction. I got caught up in all of the new things that I was learning. And I got caught up in thinking that, I am God. I am made in His image, and all things can be manifested through me. Put your mind to it and you can do it. Mistake. Mistake. When I really think about God and, what it means to have God in your life, it's more than, like, he's not a genie in a bottle. You don't go to God to grant your wishes, you know. But I feel like sometimes the law of attraction, I got so caught up in it, and it's the scientific way, right? It's the scientific way of manifesting. It kind of feels like it puts you in a position to push God to the side, and you can do anything you set your mind to, you alone, because you are God. That can work for some people, but let me tell you, it didn't work for me. When I was in church, I got everything that I prayed for. Every single thing. Each and everything. More than enough. Overflowing. Cup overflowing. As soon as I left church, and another reason why I left church was because church kind of closed down because of COVID. Church kind of closed down, and so I wasn't able to get to the sanctuary, and I didn't even take the time to log on to church and see what it's about, and stay up on what I know is right for me. And gosh, it's one thing that I regret. So to each its own. If you are doing the law of attraction and you are able to manifest your dreams on your own because you are putting your mind to it, you are actively taking steps, you are doing the mirror work like I did, you're doing the scripting work like I did, you're doing the affirmations like I did, you're doing the meditations like I did, you are changing your mindset and shifting your mind like I did, more power to you if you can do all those things without God. But for Daanish, for me in my house, I serves the Lord, and that's just the way it is. More power to you if you don't include God. I do. It's a regret of mine. I won't let it happen again. Forgive me, God. So that's it for today. I just wanted to share just a few of the ways that my life changed after my near-death experience. There's so many more ways. I'm sure I'll share more at a later time. But for now, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you. I am excited about connecting with you, and let's change the world together. Peace.